888. Check out our menu. We have curry goat, curry chicken, fried chicken, brown stew chicken, jerk and stew pork, stew peas, oxtail, brown stew fish, $12 and upwards. Goes by order. Steamed fish, $12 and upwards. Also goes by order. Steamed vegetables. All meals come with white rice or rice and peas with vegetable. Check out the soup menu. We have chicken soup, red pea soup, seafood soup, goat head soup at CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Catering for all occasions. Big up the top chef Conroy and his wife. Big up the two grill masters, Courtney and Ron. So remember to check out CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Catering for all occasions.
Oh, plead my cause, oh Jah. I don't know Junex I represent for Linkage Radio, 104.5 FM. I deaf them.
Cooler Runnings Restaurant and a Come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Nerid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food. Cooler Runnings Restaurant and a Cargill Community Project invites the community to our annual free grab-and-go Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, November 25th, Thanksgiving Day, to be held at Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nerid Avenue in the Bronx. This event is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. sharp. And remember, this is a Cooler Runnings Restaurant and a Cargill Community Project, giving back to the community, a way of saying thanks. Thanks. Come on out and see you there.
I'm ready, I am ready. How about you? 18 minutes after 6 o'clock. Thursday is my day. And I'm ready to take the show to 8 o'clock this evening. Hey everyone, welcome Thursday. What's going on? Good evening to you. I am Lady D Denise Gomez, your producer, your presenter of the show called Inside the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Welcome to another edition of Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Today's program is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. It is broadcast on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM, on my YouTube channel, Inside of the Zone with Lady D. Spice International Gospel Network, that is Sign FM 88.9, Touch FM Radio 90.1, and CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. I welcome you to the show. In this evening's program, Inspirational Zone, we get a praise on with inspirational gospel music. New Zone comes up right after a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Music Zone, it is Salsa Music Thursday. Fast Facts, the Caribbean, Indian, and African RAF pilots of World War II. Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. From the subject line, I am stressed and am willing to go against my husband's pride. A whole lot going on. In Comedy Zone, make we laugh a Thursday. Did I say that? Yeah, make we laugh a Thursday. Don't forget, email me insidethezonnyc@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook, Lady D Denise Gomez. I'm on the Instagram as Lady D Denise Gomez, and on my business page, Inside the Zone, on Facebook. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTubers. Let me shout you out before I get my praise on. Want to say hi to Pat. Good evening, Pat. Hey Ryan, and guess who? Brain Box Jackie's here. Hello, howdy. She says, gentle people, welcome to you. If you'd like to watch me live on my YouTube channel, go to your YouTube and search for Inside the Zone with Lady D, the letter D, and watch what's going on. See me live. I'm in stripe. I'm in stripe today, blue and white stripe with my choker. So hello everyone, welcome to the show. What time is it? 22 minutes after 6 o'clock. Let's get our praise on. Hey everyone.
You make me stronger.
Oh yes.
Oh, Lord, you make me stronger.
Gracias, Jesús.
Watch me. From Jamaica to the Caribbean, from Spain to Colombia, from Canada to the US, Uganda. Wow. You're my creator, Lord. You know my times, seasons of breakthrough, my seasons of trial. So I will seek you, and you I will find. You're my strong tower. You fix my focus. No, I know who I am. Sing that song. I used to run from battles, but you made me strong. Jesus, God strong and mighty. Woo. I am that I am. Help me say, you make me stronger. Anybody could have been dead, but you're still here. Say you make me stronger. Lift your voice. Sing it again. Say you make me stronger. For the things that you've been through, you could have been dead. You could have been walking on the street. But God has been good. He's a keeper. Puerto Rico, ¿cómo estás? We're gonna go down to Honduras, El Salvador, Colombia, Bolivia, Venezuela. We're gonna sing the song in Espanol. You ready? Help me. Woo. Usted me hace más fuerte. Oh, oh, come on. Usted me hace más fuerte. Woo. Oh, come on. Oh, usted me hace más fuerte. Oh, gracias Jesús. Oh, uno. Usted me hace más fuerte. Gracias Jesús. Oh, back to Jamaica. You make me stronger. Let me see the one that will. Help me say, you make me stronger. Let me see the hand them go. If you know you could have been bitter, but God make you. Oh, you make me stronger. Come on. Lord, you make me stronger. It's time to rejoice. God has been good. Listen, we're gonna do this in Swahili. Yeah. We're gonna go down to Mozambique, Malawi, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia. We're gonna do this in Swahili. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Yesu ufanya mimi nguvu. Back to Jamaica. You make me stronger. Wave your flag. 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 Lord, you make me stronger. Wave your flag. Wave your flag. Sing it again. You make me stronger. From Spain to Jamaica. Lord, you make me from Australia to US. Hallelujah.
Yeah, hallelujah indeed. 28 minutes after 6 o'clock. You're feeling good? You're feeling good? You're feeling good. I am feeling good. It is indeed Thursday, and I am here. I'm blessed to be here. Can you imagine if I wasn't here? Like, I really wasn't here. Not here. You'd all be saying, oh my God, and we remember her, and she used to this and she used to that. Yeah, shower me now. So welcome everyone to the show. It is a good day. It is Thursday. And I'd like to welcome everyone tuning in. If you are just getting in the groove with me, I appreciate you, you know. And I want you to know that you are here with me because you were supposed to be. You're not here just by chance, Okay, so welcome to you. And if you have not yet asked someone to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Inside of the Zone with Lady D, the same one that you have been watching for months now, and you have not shared the link with anyone, then you're going to have a conversation with me because something ain't right. So please share the link and say, hey, subscribe. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers and more. Help, help, help. You want me to cry out for help? Yes, because I got things to do and I need to build the numbers. So welcome. Don't forget at 7 o'clock, Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. Subject line, I honestly did not know I was pregnant. You need to hear all of this. I'm getting emails. I quote the email inside of the zone nyc@gmail.com, and emails are coming in, which means people are listening. They're listening and they want to share their story. So welcome. What time is it? 6:30 p.m. Welcome to the segment News Zone, a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, October 20. The Ministry of Education is reporting that the 2021 Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC results are showing improved performance in 7 subject areas when compared with 2020. Portfolio Minister Fable Williams says the subjects are agricultural science, textile, clothing and fashion, human and social biology, integrated science, theatre and visual arts, and music.
This means that in 27 subjects, the results were either similar to or less than they were of that of 2020.
Minister Williams was speaking at a virtual press conference on Tuesday where she revealed the results for the CSEC and CAPE 2021 exams.
In looking at the subject entries, the results show 205,451 subject entries, of which 182,176 or 88.7% were SAT. Of the total entries SAT, 117,844 or 64.7% were awarded grades 1, 2, or 3. I want to end by commending all our students who persevered and did their examinations under very trying and challenging circumstances this year.
Meanwhile, the Education Ministry has identified measures to address the gaps in the latest numeracy and literacy rates. The rates are determined by students' performance in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC exams. It shows that the 2021 performance was lower when compared with 2019 and 2020.
To address the performance gap, especially in the areas of numeracy and literacy, the National School Learning and Intervention Plan NSLIP, augmented by our specialist teachers model, will address the foundational principles and improve readiness of our students to pursue the CXC syllabi.
Minister Williams says a team of 83 persons has been assigned to provide numeracy support to students remotely and face-to-face at 158 primary and 72 secondary schools across the island. Of the total, 50 are primary math coaches, 19 secondary math coaches, and 14 are math specialists. Still on education, results from this 2021 sitting of the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination, CAPE, shows an overall 88.8% pass rate of grades 1 to 5. This represents 48,702 students who sat the exam. CAPE Unit 1 has a pass rate of 88.3%, while Unit 2 has 90%.
Public schools accounted for some 48,401 or 90.3% of the total subject entries for Units 1 and 2. Of this number, 44,366 or 91.7% subject entries were SAT. The percent of subject entries passed was 89.6%.
The Education Minister says there were improvements in 5 subject areas when compared to the 2020 results. There was also a greater than 90% pass rate for 17 subject areas, applied math being the lowest with 47.3%.
In Unit 2, we had 21 subject areas that had greater than 90% of the students with passes. For 4 subject areas, out of the 21 subject areas, 100% of the students who sat got passes. These were animation and game design, electrical and electronic engineering technology, Unit 2, Option A, performing arts, Unit 2, cinematic arts, and performing arts drama. 66% of the students who sat logistics and supply chain operations in Unit 2 had passes.
In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government is considering pairing the CARE program with the island's vaccination drive. Mr. Holness says current efforts remain focused on assisting those who are feeling the effects of the increases in food prices and commodity scarcity caused by the pandemic.
It is something that we would have to, however, think on carefully, because we don't want to, deprive anyone, especially with the basics of food. But inevitably and eventually, the government will have to pair all its resource grants to persons, all its transfers to persons in the social safety net, with them taking vaccination. So that is something, again, that you will see emerging in the future.
He was addressing Friday's vaccination mobilization tour of St. Mary. Mr. Holness is also encouraging Jamaicans to seek information from credible COVID-19 vaccine sources. In the meantime, the Prime Minister says government is in the process of developing a national consensus on COVID-19 vaccination options. He made the disclosure during Thursday's COVID-19 vaccination and mobilization tour of St. Anne. According to Mr. Holness, once the island reaches a 50% COVID-19 vaccination rate, the state would be moving to give Jamaicans a choice to either vaccinate or take up the alternative. These could include being required to test regularly, being restricted from participating in certain social gatherings, or incentivizing taking the jab. He was, however, quick to add that the government would not be implementing a vaccination mandate that would make it compulsory to be inoculated.
If we are going to return to normal, meaning that our economy can operate at full capacity, people are free to move about and gather as they will, go back to school, go back to church, and the government itself can refocus on dealing with crime, keeping our economy going, and addressing all the other issues. The truth is that we need to have a high level of immunization, a high level of vaccination.
And finally, parish courts across the island will be rolling out a case management program by next year. The system will allow criminal matters coming before the courts to be completed within 2 years' time. Chief Parish Court Judge Chester Crooks made the announcement recently during a virtual conversation with the judiciary. With the case management system, he says cases will be categorized and assigned a standard of time for the matter to be closed, based on its complexity or simplicity. Complex cases are expected to be disposed of within 2 years, while simple matters have a 6-month time frame for disposal.
We are presently in the process of seeking feedback from all parish court judges and courts island-wide, and will be looking to implement this program within early to mid next year. This promises to be a paradigm shift for the judiciary and at the parish court level especially, as we want to further enhance the confidence of the public that if a matter ends up in the court, it will be dealt with swiftly, decisively, and with certainty.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
You just heard a delayed broadcast of the news courtesy of the Jamaica Information Service. Good evening, everyone. It is my Salsa Thursday, and I'm here to play some great music for you. Don't forget, at 7 p.m. I got Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. From the subject line, I honestly did not know I was pregnant. And at 7:30 p.m. Comedy Zone, make we laugh a Thursday. What can I say? It's going to be a good evening. So sail with me right now because I'm ready to dance. Are you ready to dance? It's salsa. I love music. I do, I do, I do. Don't forget our telephone number is 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. And we're broadcasting on Touch FM Radio 90.1, signradio.net, and CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. Welcome to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's go, let's go. I love to say that part because I know something good is coming. Only Lady D.
Says you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. And I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live living this without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. No, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living it without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. Wow!
Wow, don't you just love that? Without you, salsa version, Tito. That's what I'm talking about on a Thursday. Want to say hey to Joanne, live from Jamaica, tuning in. Hey, Joanne, so nice to have you here. And just want to say hi to everyone tuning in. You are watching, listening. Even Jackie is dancing. She says she has me live on her big screen, and I look nice and sound nice. I'm happy about that. Thank you, Jackie. In my corner, Ryan. We haven't seen DL. Not sure what's happening with him. But I want to say welcome to you, wherever you're tuning in to Inside the Zone here on Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM, 6:45 p.m. Don't forget the show is brought to you by Cooler Runnings, Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx.
When you are hungry, come to Cooler Runnings Restaurant. Located at 1802 Nereid Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx, we specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food. Cooler Runnings Restaurant and a Cargill Community Project invites the community to our annual free grab-and-go Thanksgiving dinner on Thursday, November 25th, Thanksgiving Day, to be held at Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. This event is from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. sharp. And remember, this is a Cooler Runnings Restaurant and a Cargill Community Project, giving back to the community, a way of saying thanks. Thanks. Come on out and see you there.
Looking forward to seeing you on Thanksgiving Day. Good evening, everyone. 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. Please call, talk with me at 7 o'clock because I have the segment coming up, Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. The subject line, I honestly did not know I was pregnant. How come? That's the question we're going to ask at 7:30 p.m. Comedy Zone. It is my, third Thursday feature. Make we laugh a Thursday. Let's laugh together. A bit of translation. It's Thursday. Welcome, everybody. 914-600-4228. Don't forget to email InsideTheZoneNYC@gmail.com if you'd like to share your story with me. And then we will diagnose the case and give you a solution. That's what we've been doing for the past several weeks. So don't go anywhere. It's now time for Fast Facts. Let's travel around the Caribbean together. Yes, let's take a trip. Are you ready? I am ready. Welcome, Nadine. Thank you for joining me. The Caribbean, Indian, and African RAF pilots of World War II. Such rich history. Let's start off. During the course of World War II, countries from across the globe sent pilots to fly for the Royal Air Force, Poland, New Zealand, Canada, Czechoslovakia, South Africa, and Australia, to name a few. But a few were sent all over, recruits to fly in the light blue uniform. Often forgotten and overlooked are the contributions of black and Asian airmen and women in the war. During the First World War, black soldiers like Walter Tull had broken a color bar that the British Armed Forces had in place that prevented anyone who didn't come from the pure European descent from becoming officers. Other trailblazers from the Great War included Jamaican-born Robbie Clark, who became the first black pilot to fly for Britain, and Indra Lalroy, who was the first Indian fighter and aircraft pilot serving for the Royal Flying Corps, as well as its successor, the RAF. Let's read a little more. However, little changed over the course of the next 2 decades, and it wasn't until just weeks after Britain had declared war on Germany in September 1939 that the color bar was finally lifted once and for all. The armed forces needed as many men as possible, and whilst the Army and Navy were slow to welcome black servicemen into their ranks, the RAF quickly went on a recruiting drive. Soon, the RAF welcomed and trained nearly 500 black Caribbean aircrew into its ranks, along with around 6,000 Caribbean ground crew. They trained as pilots, navigators, air gunners, flight engineers, as well as wireless operators, and all of them had joined voluntarily. John Jellicoe Blair was one such recruit. Originally from St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, Blair joined the RAF in 1941 and became a navigator in Halifax bombers flying from Yorkshire. Under the most intense pressure and conditions, the navigators had to make critical calculations by hand using maps, rulers, and compasses to ensure the aircraft remained on track. Talking to history, Blair's great-nephew Mark Johnson described how John had added pressure on top of all of that. My great-uncle flew 33 operational missions over Europe during the war, and each time he climbed in the aircraft, he knew that if they went down, whereas his white crewmates would most likely be taken to a prisoner of war camp, he would be shot on the spot. A black man landing in those circumstances had almost no chance of survival. Unlike the USA at the time, who had segregated black units like the famous Tuskegee Airmen, the RAF had fully integrated aircrew in their planes. Everyone was mixed in together, Mark remarks, so you would have a New Zealander gunner, a navigator from Jamaica, a bomb airman from Newcastle. They all flew in the same aircraft. They all lived in the same quarters. They all fought and served together. However, for Blair and many others from the Caribbean, king and country was not their sole motivation for joining the ranks of the RAF. He made one thing clear. Mark says of his great-uncle, "If Britain lost the war, we would return to slavery. While we didn't like the British Empire, we certainly didn't want the Nazi Party coming down and running Jamaica for us." Blair survived the war and was awarded the Distinguished Flying Cross in 1945. He would stay in the RAF until his retirement in 1965. Born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, Billy Strawn made his one way across U-boat-fested waters to sign up for the RAF. Although the RAF wanted new recruits, it often took many volunteers, a number of attempts to finally be accepted. On his first try, the recruiting officer bluntly told Strahan that he wasn't welcome. Undeterred, Strahan eventually found his way into the RAF and trained as a wireless operator and air gunner, joining a bomber squadron tasked with making nightly raids over heavily defended German cities. He flew 30 raids from Europe, a remarkable achievement considering the average for a bomber crew was around 7. Upon completing his 30th mission, he became entitled to a desk job, one that he refused, instead requesting to be trained as a bomber pilot. After just 7 hours of training, the fast-learning Strahan was allowed to fly solo and became known for his daredevil antics. The trick was to wait until the enemy was right on your tail and, at the last minute, cut the engine, sending you lumbering Lancaster into a plunging dive, letting the fighter overshoot harmlessly above, Strahan once recalled. Promoted twice, Strahan entered the war as a flight lieutenant. Although he was respected for his achievements, Strahan acknowledged the prevalent racism of those times. When you arrived anywhere as the first black man, you were treated like a teddy bear. You were loved and feted. Two, they coped with. It was when three or more arrived that things got sharp. And I do have a whole lot more to read for you this evening, but it would be a little difficult for me to read the entire thing. But certainly I will be back with this at another time. Okay, but very interesting when Jamaicans found their way and Indians found their way into the Royal Air Force. Good evening, everyone. Fast facts. We travel together, don't we? Of course, the Caribbean, Indian, and African RAF pilots of World War II. What time is it? 5 minutes to 7 o'clock. What do I have for you? More music right here on the show. Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Hey to my cousin Robbie. Hey Rob, welcome. So nice of you to join me. Let's go for some more salsa. Salsa Thursday, that's what I say. Mail Zone coming up at 7 p.m.
What was I gonna do? Let my
Wow, on the dot of 7 o'clock, it's my Salsa Music Thursday. Did you love that? Lord, because I'm in the studio and I have no dancing partner, I'm just picturing all of this in my mind, that I'm just moving. Ask Jackie about me. Ha! Lord, I tell you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Center Stage, the platform where voices are heard and people connect right here on Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7 FM. I'm also broadcasting on Touch FM Radio, 90.1, signradio.net, and Caribbean Vibes Radio Network. That is www.caribbeanvibesradio.com. It's 7 p.m. Let's get the show going with Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority. From the subject line, I honestly did not know I was pregnant. Welcome to the segment, everyone. Yeah, perfect combination indeed. Welcome to Mail Zone, everyone. Let's check our inbox. Let's see what's going on in here. Well, we got our mail. Let's see what's going on here this evening. Dear Lady D, I am writing to you from Jamaica. I have found myself in an awful situation. I am 32 years old and a mother to a 9-year-old son. A year ago, I got romantically involved with a friend I knew in high school who visited his family. It was so good seeing him again. He told me he always liked me, and we started sharing stories of our high school days, and an attraction developed. One evening he came to my home, and as we talked, I allowed him to stay the night because it was late, and we ended up sleeping together. He returned to the States, and soon after I realized I was pregnant. When I told him, he was so excited. He was supportive during my pregnancy and sent money and clothing for the baby. When my son was born, he came and was the proud daddy. We spoke about him wanting to marry me and file for us. He suggested that we do a DNA test. To be honest, I did not even know what it was. We went to the hospital, and the shocking news we got was that the baby was not his. He was so disappointed, and I was confused. How could I defend myself? To be honest, I was always a bit naive. My error was that I had previously been with another man, though it was a casual affair, and shortly after, my friend came, and I had sex with him. I honestly did not know I was pregnant. What sparked his request for the DNA was the time frame in which I was with him and the birth of the baby. I didn't even know how to calculate that, so you must know how short-sighted I was. Needless to say, he returned to the U.S. hurt and never spoke to me again. I had to go back to the other man and tell him my son was his. I know these things happen a lot, but it is an honest mistake for some of us. Here we go this evening. What are your thoughts? Mail Zone, your emails are my priority. The line is open 914 600 4228. 914 600 4228. I honestly did not know I was pregnant. Do you have a comment? Let me hear from you. 914 600 4228. Now, as you've heard, which she wrote her letter, it's to the point, and so it's left for us to discuss it. Now, some people, you have casual encounters with men, women and men, and sometimes you have unprotected sex, but many have created all kinds of ways that they think will work. So if it is a case where people say they practice pulling out, or if there's no condom, then you do all kinds of things and believe that pregnancy will not occur. I don't know. But it is very unfortunate that the gentleman had to find out the way he did. And I believe as well that because of when he had that physical encounter with her and then the timeline in which she had the baby, I guess he did his math. Or you never know, maybe he had friends or so who said something to him or what have you, but this was the end result. And so he was hurt. This happens all the time. Every day somebody is discovering that a child is not theirs. But when the mother says to you, well, I really didn't know that I was pregnant when I was with you. Now that's hard going. And so the DNA test revealed the issue. Let me hear from you. Do you have a comment to make this evening? I would like to hear from you. 914 600 4228. 914 600 4228. You are in the segment. It's called Mail Zone. Good evening to you. Welcome. You're my first caller. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Welcome, Eddie F. I'm fine.
What I would like to advise people, if you do not want to have a child, protect yourself.
That's the first thing.
Use two condoms. Double it. Withdrawal does not work. Or drought or whatever. Because it's that first part do the problem.
So the best thing to do. Yes.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Double up, and you have a problem.
But she admitted that she's a naive individual. And she didn't even think when she had met with the other man that anything could have happened. It's very sad because her friend really liked her and even wanted to, settle down by way of marriage. But after the DNA test, that was it.
Protect yourself because you're also protecting from disease.
Of course, Eddie. I agree with you.
So that's it. That's how it crumbles. That's how the cookie crumbles.
That's only I hear you. Lord have mercy.
And I always advise the ladies,
Mm-hmm.
if you are pregnant and you're gonna have sex with your husband, use condom. No joke about that.
Mm-hmm. Because you never know
You-
what they're doing, right?
Right. You never know who to trust, and you don't want to become pregnant and that baby blind.
Yes.
Because all these things happen.
Let me take a call. There's someone holding on the line. Thanks, Ed.
Okay.
Good evening. Welcome to you. It's Mail Zone.
Good evening, Miss Beautiful.
Hello there, Vernon. Good evening to you.
How are you and all your listeners? I hope you all are doing well.
I believe we're well. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay.
All
Mr.
right.
Francis,
All right.
Where you gone?
He's off the line. Yes.
I was gonna tell him, say if the mother is pregnant, she's not supposed to use any condom. The baby too hard to born.
If the what?
If the mother is pregnant, the father should not use condom. It's too difficult for the child to born.
Is that a fact? Is that
Say it again?
is that something
Yeah, it is.
real?
It is. I know that for you from I'm a little boy. Yeah.
That if
That's why a lot of women have so many children so easy. I know this woman, she have 13 children.
and she had
She deliver all of them herself.
no. So take me back here now, Vernon. Let me see if I get you. The woman has 13 children, and you think
Right.
it's because what?
No, she delivered them herself, all of them. She was a midwife,
Okay.
so she do her own delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. But in this case, in this woman's case that I presented from her email, would your recommendation be to her going forward? Because she wants people to hear her story.
She have a child and she give it to the wrong person, right?
Well, initially,
That's what it
yes.
is?
Initially, yes. Now the child has the right person's
But-
name.
A lot of these women, they are looking out for the child
Mm-hmm.
because they give the child to the man who can take better care of the child.
Mm. Okay.
They know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like when it comes to foreign or change, that's where the problem come out. As long as you don't do any DNA, it's his child.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Because enough people don't know how to do their own DNA.
okay. All
If
righty.
the child born with your own DNA, you know if it's your child or not, when they're very young.
All righty. Let me thank you, Vernon. Nice hearing you. Let me
Have
take
a
another
wonderful
call.
evening.
Blessings to you. Good evening.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Good evening again, ladies.
Yes.
Hi,
sir.
Lady D.
All right, my love. Hold the
It's
line.
Jackie.
Hold on, Jack. Go ahead. Go ahead, Eddie F.
Sex is a terrible thing. It's good and it can be very dangerous, lady.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are pregnant and you get venereal disease like gonorrhea,
Mm-hmm.
that baby is gonna blind. Nothing can stop blindness. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Chlamydia, the baby looks
Chlamydia.
sick all the time,
Mm-hmm.
running nose, running eyes, and all these things. So the best thing to do while pregnant, use 2 condoms.
Mm.
Then they will have a problem. Okay?
Thank you, Eddie.
Okay.
All right. Jack, welcome, my brain box. How are you?
Why, Lady D? I'm stumped. I'm here listening. I was trying to eat my veggie burger. It's like they almost spit it out.
Oh,
when you reach
Lord.
down on one part of the lesson here. What's whole on they know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't want to judge because I've heard people said it before that they really didn't know they were pregnant.
Yes. Yes.
But it kind of makes you wonder if this person, just wanted to, like she could have suspected that she could have been pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes this foreigner who could
Mm-hmm.
probably take her out of a situation and take her, because
Yes.
he liked her a long time and he wanted to marry her and all that. That seemed like
Mm-hmm.
something great that's just dropped in her lap. So she
Mm-hmm.
probably thought that she could have gotten away with whatever she
With
did.
whatever.
But,
Yes.
that's irresponsible. The irresponsible part of it to me is you're whipping around yourself without protection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was,
It
it wasn't long ago that she said she was with somebody else and it was a
right.
casual relationship, and
Mm-hmm.
then here comes this guy, and it was like a one night thing, and it's only because the fella seemed like he had good intentions for
Mm-hmm.
her, but here
Mm-hmm.
goes
There
you're
goes.
spreading again and
Mm-hmm.
unprotected. So I think
Yes.
there was some irresponsible behavior right
Mm-hmm.
there,
Yes,
and people have to be careful of
and
that.
I hope
It
she's
is possible
listening.
that somebody might not know that they're pregnant, but
Mm-hmm.
also have to bear some of the responsibility.
Yes, I agree with you. Thank you, my brain box.
Yes, my darling.
All right, take it easy. 914 600 4228. 914 600 4228. Do you have a comment? I thank Eddie, I thank Vernon and Jackie for calling. 914 600 4228. And I believe I have another call, so let me head on over to the phone line and to say good evening. Good evening to you. Welcome to Mail Zone.
Good evening, Lady D. How are you? And good evening to all the listeners.
Welcome, Pat. It's a good Thursday. Thanks.
Beautiful day out today. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, listening to the topic, I'm just a bit perturbed. I'm not going to be judgmental. It's in cases like these where we find so many children who are illegitimate. They don't have a father.
Yes.
Why? Because the woman inadvertently sleeps around with
Hold your
whoever.
thought, please,
And
sir.
it is very, it is very sad. I'm not going to cast stone at the woman who said she didn't know she was pregnant because, sometimes a woman really doesn't know. But if you slept with one man, let's say a month ago, a couple weeks ago, and now you decide you're going to sleep with somebody else, come on. The red
Yes.
flag should be waving.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why so many of children today, they don't have a proper father because the woman tried to sleep around and end up giving the poor man a jacket or a waistcoat. Only because if he's financially stable, he can take care of the child. We hear of so many stories today wherein men have gone to the embassy, they father their children, and when they go to the embassy and they get their the medical exam, only to find out that he is not
the father.
The father. And it is so very sad.
Yes.
So I hope this will be a learning experience for this young lady. She said she didn't know. Listen, we're in the 21st century now. We cannot be ignorant of the fact.
Yes.
We have to be on top of our game. And so that's a consequence of sleeping with this one and sleeping with the other one. We have to be careful. As Mr. Francis says, first and foremost, you're going to sleep with somebody, put on your boot.
Yes.
Cover it up. Because if you don't cover it up, you're going to leave some evidence behind. And oftentimes when the evidence pops up, nobody wants to assume the responsibility. So it is just too bad that this relationship, did not work out for her only because it seemed to be deceptive. Because the poor guy who left and, immigrated back to the States was under the perception that he or she was trying to trap him. It could be innocent. She just don't know. But we hear of so many stories that are occurring, especially in Jamaica right now.
Yes.
And we have to be wise. We have to open up our eyes,
Thanks, Pat.
to realize what's going on.
Thank you.
And number one. Number two, I heard Vernon said something about, the man should not wear a condom if he's having a relationship with his pregnant wife. because it will prevent the child from being born. I never heard of such thing in all my life, because when time comes for that baby to evacuate that incubator, that baby is going to come out.
Nevertheless.
No condom is going to prevent that baby from coming out, from the canal, because it is designed specifically for that purpose, The condom will not prevent that child from coming out. But a man can wear his condom still if he wants to have relationship with his wife, only because of sexually transmitted diseases that are out there today. So we have to be very, very careful, what we do and how we go about doing things these days.
Thank you, Pat.
So these are just my few words. You're welcome.
All right. Blessings, my love. Thank you.
Okay.
Who else do I have on the
welcome.
line?
All
Good
right,
evening.
bye-bye.
Welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm hearing two voices. And there is, go ahead, please. And there is a bit of a noise in the background. Could somebody turn their radio down or television? Okay, go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. And I just want to say, I didn't quite hear the email, but I kind of made sense that this young lady got pregnant before she thought it was the previous person's baby.
Well, she had two sexual encounters. She didn't think she got pregnant for the first one, so then came her high school friend, and the rest is history.
Yes,
She got
the young lady that just spoke sound like she it makes sense to me, because it doesn't if the person is pregnant, using a condom not going to inhibit the baby from being delivered.
Right.
Number one. Number two, most women will have to encourage the men to be responsible. Also, the men should be responsible in terms of using a condom during sex. However, a lot of times men complain, it doesn't feel the same way. 9 times out of 10, that's in your mind, right? And the two condom thing usually is not the case. If you wear a condom properly, one condom is sufficient. The point is to wear a condom not only to prevent pregnancy, but to also STD, sexually transmitted disease. And if folks, both men and women got to be more responsible in terms of sex. A lot of times we let that good feeling runs the thing.
Yes.
But we have to think of the consequences of it. And I don't see men putting on 2 condoms, because that's usually not the case. People just got to really exercise some more discipline in terms of what they're feeling. And it's unfortunate for that young lady, because it's quite possible that she did not know she was pregnant until she realized the DNA test. And I think DNA tests should be done in all pregnancies. And after a while, I believe it will be probably the requirement for all babies who are born to do a parental test.
Yes. Thanks, Al-Jam. Thank you for joining me this evening. I appreciate your input.
Yep. It was some great discussion.
All right. Thanks so much. All righty. 914-604. Yes. Good evening to you. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Queen. How are you?
How are you, King? I'm good.
Sister Jackie, Pat, everyone. Well, I don't know what to say about the woman getting pregnant, but I'm just with everybody else on the whole STD, and it just go back to show how we really have to know in life when we're making certain decisions and what we want out of life. Because this man seems to was going to be the happiest person in the world.
Yes, I think so too.
And this drives a nail in his coffin, and he's not going to look at all women the same way. So, it is so sad. It's just so sad. The whole condom thing, I think what the gentleman was talking about is after a woman got pregnant, and then, for instance, she go met this other man, and she choose to have unprotected sex. What if this other man had some kind of STD? So the gentleman was saying that if this man had STD, give it to her, it would cause some damage to the baby.
Okay.
So I think that's
the
where the
context.
whole make sure of condom when pregnant because women. But it's so heart wrenching that I feel so bad for her.
Yes.
I feel bad for the gentleman, but I feel bad for her because the whole thing. I sense a whole bunch of innocence with this lady. She's such an innocent person.
That's what
because
I
she had an
say
innocent
too.
encounter with the first man, and then she had another innocent encounter with this long-time friend. And I just felt bad. I wouldn't even judge her about it. I just felt so bad for her because just listening to the whole thing, I felt innocent on both sides, and she just fall in the wrong lane.
Yes.
So that's all I can
Alrighty.
say.
Thank you, Ryan. Good to hear you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, you enjoy before I go, enjoy your vacation. Make sure you crack your foot up and drink 2 bottles of wine before you come back. And we're going to ask, make sure you have glory details about the vacation.
Okay, sir. I'll do my best to return with the blow. Alrighty. To return with the blow by blow. Alrighty. Do I have another caller online?
Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you for joining me on
How are
Mail
you?
Zone. I'm good.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
Good.
Good.
Good to know.
Mhm.
You know, I really strongly believe that if you act a certain way as a female, then you'll be seen as just that. Female is made to act very respectful way, live respectful life. But if you go around acting like in a trampish manner, then you will be perceived that way. I just ask all the females just to continue to respect yourself, respect your body, respect your life, in order for you to get respect in return. Because if you do not do that, there is a price to pay. Always a price that you're going to wind up paying. And you cause bringing innocent children in life to suffer because of your horrible mistakes. That is not right. I don't believe in that. Second issue is that when we talk about condoms, people, all of you especially, there's an extreme amount of people who does not recognize that condoms do come damaged. And so it's not ever a 100% surety.
I think that's why the recommendation was made for it to be doubled up. But we never know if you double up and it's the same thing.
Well, actually, that's why the male and the female must use contraceptives. Contraceptives cannot just be on one person. That is not right. It's not realistic. It's not, just not a good way of thinking. So, both people be using contraceptives. That's my strong belief, and that's the way it should be.
Yes.
I'm just tired of our innocent, helpless children being born into catastrophic situations because of people's stupid mistakes. And respect yourselves. Female, my billion-dollar question is, what would it take for y'all to respect yourselves, female? What would it take? Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. I appreciate you. All righty. All right, do we have another call online? Good evening to everyone tuning in. It is, of course, Mail Zone. Your emails are my priority, and I hear the sentiment, the empathy. I do. I agree with her that we ought to be more responsible, but I like to phrase my comments this way, that we are sensual beings. And the moment we are touched in a certain way, caressed in a certain way, you never know where you will end up. You have to be very, very strong to say, no, I'm going to walk away. And not many of us have been able to do that. And now you find that after, and I genuinely believe that she really liked her high school friend. I think so. Even if there was some ulterior motive, but I think she really liked him. Whether or not she would have gotten filed for as his spouse and come to the land of the free. But that aside, disclosure is often the best course of action. But how many people would actually say, well, let me paint a picture for you. What if she had disclosed that, a month ago or 2 months ago, I actually was with another man and I didn't use any kind of protection? How you think that would have gone down? So usually we're not going to disclose those things. We're not going to tell. Because if he could quite possibly have been with somebody last week or the day before, but he didn't say anything and she didn't say anything, So I'm hoping she's listening, because I'm telling you, a lot of people, when they send me their emails, they are listening. They listen. And that's what the show is about. Let me go to the phone line. Welcome. It's Mail Zone. How are you?
Me again, beautiful.
All right. Yes, let's hear you now, Vernon.
There was a woman once.
Mm-hmm.
She had a set of twins, right?
Yes.
So the man she have it for, she have to do a DNA.
Mm-hmm.
And when she do the DNA, only one of the child belongs to the man.
So that
She
means...
said to go with another man, so she end up having 2 children to 2 different men, but they are twins.
Mm-hmm. And that's not a far-fetched situation, for sure. I believe that can happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say it happen all the time, but nobody do any DNA, so you would know.
Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, Lord.
A lot of things happen.
Yeah, a lot of things do happen. Yeah. Thanks, Vernon.
Okay,
All
beautiful.
right, love. Bye-bye. All righty, so there you have that. But anyway, I'm hoping that she's listening. And as I get the emails, I like to put myself in somebody else's shoe, because, you don't know how you would react if the same thing happened to you. Hello, welcome to Mail Zone.
Lady D,
Yes, sir.
I'm looking on things on the other side.
Let's hear
A
it.
lot of time men tell women that they will withdraw. She's demanding protection,
Mm-hmm.
and he says he will withdraw, and she just take it like that
Mm-hmm.
because she do not have any experience.
Mm-hmm.
A friend just called me and asked her why, if a woman is pregnant, she should use condom. Yes, you don't want to protect yourself, but protect the baby. You don't want to bring a blind baby, right? Protect the baby if you don't want to use something.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You see those little baby that the nose running and the eyes running and they keep sick every so often. Chlamydia, chikungunya.
You sure? I mean, not all cases, not every child you
No,
see,
no,
for
no,
sure.
no. Majority cases.
Majority.
Blind baby, baby,
Oh, really?
blind baby.
I have to go do my research.
Gonorrhea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
All right.
I've been reading books from I was like 9 years old.
And why didn't you merge into the medical field?
I tried, but because I want my mother changed my mind.
Oh, okay. So you
When
were...
she realized I wanted to be a gynecologist,
Mm-hmm.
she said, just make up her face and I can see it. I could see it.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Thank you, Ed. All righty. Let me go to the YouTube channel and read some of the comments here. Don't forget, we are broadcasting on Touch FM Radio 90.1, soundradio.net, and CaribbeanVibesRadio.com. This is your budding and buzzing station, Linkage Radio, 24/7, 365 days for the year. Let me go to the phone line, and did they leave me? Where did you go? All right, you may call me back 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228, 7:35 p.m. This is Linkage Radio. The show is called Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. And I'm here to keep your company until 8 o'clock. Let me take a call. Welcome to Mail Zone. Good evening.
It's me again.
Yes, sir.
The lady that called a while ago and says, lady going around and must say, Lady D, I can tell, I was a witness. I can use myself as a personal witness with another church sister once at church.
Mm-hmm.
Who we went on this youth camp business with church normally have. Youth camp and I went. And I never see this church sister in a bit of a while.
Okay.
We know we had some feelings for each other. And Lady D, I can tell you, when I go over to her down to visit her that night, when I heard she was at the camp and I went to visit her, trust me, sparks start, I left, right, and center. There was no Jesus we were talking about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In the heat of the moment, Lady D, I'm telling you the truth. There was no Jesus around the two Christian people then.
Mm-hmm.
Because the sparks start, I left, right, and center. What say the day it was our roommate walking.
Mm-hmm.
Which was our sister, who knew that we liked each other before.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna condemn any lady and say, oh, they don't respect themselves. Feelings are feelings, and we need to kind of go back now. Let our mind go back if we ever met somebody who we have feelings for, and as you said before, one touch leads to another touch.
Mm-hmm.
And the touch opened the door and the next thing touch leading to the bed.
Yes.
And clothes strip off. And when the party over and everybody end up on floor right wherever we end up with the Lord Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we need when we hear about situations like these with human beings, we need to put ourselves, because trust me, all of we have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And we know. It's like a man go back. It's like a man waiting on the bus. Oh, me go have one drink and come back. But he go down there and he see his friend. And his friend decides to buy him one, so he gone two. So next thing you know, your husband not coming until midnight and he come in drunk.
Yes.
No, I'm not gonna. It's a mistake and it's gonna be a lesson for her. And when this child born, that she have, whether it's gonna be a boy or a girl, she's gonna have a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
And some of it will hard now, but I know she's going to be a better mother, a better woman tomorrow. I definitely know that.
That's right, Ryan. Thank you.
And I hope it's good. Yeah.
All
right.
Blessings. Thank you. Who do I have on the line? Good evening. Welcome to Mail Zone.
Ryan, I completely agree with what you said, but I don't think the argument is that the sparks fly between she and this other fella.
Mm-hmm.
The argument is that there's two people in such a short space of time till you don't even realize what happened before you encounter the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's the argument. I don't think, anybody is knocking her, because like I said, I'm not judging her, and I did say that in my first call. I said I'm not judging her, but you still have to take some responsibility, because this is two encounters in a short space of time, apparently, till you weren't even sure that even know that you were pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have to take some responsibility too. I think if she's in a bad situation, and this person, I think the guy was genuinely into her, the foreigner guy, he was genuinely into her, and he would probably scoop her up and help her, because he did good with that baby. He took care of her throughout the pregnancy because he thought it was his.
Yeah.
I thought that he would have helped her, but because of that, now it's like something you wouldn't get a vet.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't pick up a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
So luckily something sparked his thoughts and said, let me check this out, because the timeline doesn't seem so right.
Yes.
So you also have to take some responsibility. You're 32 years old.
Mm-hmm.
This is not innocent. This is being naive. If you don't have anybody to counsel you, it's being a little naive. And you should have lived, get some experience up to 32 years old to tell you that there are consequences for that behavior.
Yes.
That's my piece again.
Yes, ma'am. I take the piece. Thank you. Alrighty. I tell you, this is Inside the Zone. It's 20 minutes to 8 o'clock. My name is Denise Lady D. Gomez. Welcome, everyone, to the show. And yes, I am all for, I can tell anybody, I am all for understanding. I know what it is to meet people, as Ryan said, have feelings sometimes, because, sometimes we view things in a very ideal setting. We're very idealistic. And it is okay to be that way, to have that form of perception. But when we do that, there is no room for error. And we will make them because we are human beings. We're human beings. There's some people who have never smoked. They've never had a drink. They never give much trouble. And that's okay. But there are those who keep toppling over and over and over again. What do we do with them? You still have to guide them along. But no matter what, in our own physical selves, the human persona, it ain't easy. It is not easy. But yes, we are accountable for our actions. Because if we are not held accountable, then it becomes a second nature. It's habitual, and it becomes increasingly worse. So we know that. So we really, empathize. But, and I guarantee you, even when she was talking to her friend, I'm sure even down to the wire of them having that physical encounter, it was reeling in the back of her mind that, oh my God, here I am going with this one, and I was with him. Don't be fooled. I'm sure she kept replaying the whole thing because she's human. What can I say? 7:42 p.m. I'm going to now take myself over to the comedy corner and give you a few minutes of what I have lined up here for you on a Thursday. So that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. Someone is calling me. Let's see what this is all about. Good evening. Welcome. How are you?
I'm okay. Lady, do you have a warning for the ladies, please?
Yes, sir.
There's a product they call Chinese brush. You hear about it?
Yes, sir.
I think they should ban it out of this country. A lot of women become sick because of that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of children born with all kind of problems because of that, because it has alcohol and other chemical in it.
Mm.
It blister, it burn the ladies and things like that, and the guys still using it. They should ban it from the country.
Okay. Well, you have
Okay,
put the
so
word
ladies,
out.
check what he's doing. He always go to hide and put it on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he always hide, and it's the smallest background. Be careful, just look.
Okay. Thanks, Ed. All righty. Good evening. Welcome. Who do I have on the line?
Good evening, Lady V.
My dearest Hortense.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
I will get a call when you start the show. What is it all about?
Okay, so a 32-year-old woman ended up having sexual intercourse with two men. She got pregnant, and it turned out that it wasn't for the one she thought it was. It was for the first one. And she said she didn't know. A DNA test was done, and it proved that it wasn't for the one she liked and thought it was his. That's the story in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm. So the first one owned it?
Yes, eventually she went back and said, this is what my situation is. And yes, he did accept the child, gave him his name, and is a father to him.
Oh my God. Something has happened because I hear the Brian say you can have feelings with somebody and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And things happen like one touch, then another touch, then bed, gone to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's great, yeah. What is this? So the second one, him mad with her,
Yes, he had gotten very upset, and he lives in the U.S., and so when he did the DNA, and why he figured it out, Hortense, is because the time frame between when she was with him and when she had the baby, he figured out something was a little off.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So he said he wanted to have a DNA test done. Even that time, she didn't even know what DNA was really. So that was another matter.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And the one he would have really pick me would have want the child too. The one in America.
Yes, because he was very excited. He supported her through the pregnancy and, buy up baby clothes and something. Mm-hmm. One of those unfortunate kind of things.
I hope who her.
Well,
don't know.
I mean, he has not spoken to her again. He just went back to the U.S. and that was it. He don't talk back to her. That's it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My God.
Things happen.
He's hurt.
He's hurt. Mm-hmm.
Things happen.
Yes. He's very hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But you're doing all right, my love?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice to hear you.
Mm-hmm. But you're leaving us next week. Gonna have a nice holiday.
Yes, I'll be off for 2 weeks.
You're going to Pennant?
You mean my place? No, I'm not going Pennants. I love that. No, I'm not going to Pennants. Yes. So you enjoy it. Yes, thank you. And I'll think of you, and then you behave yourself until I return, okay?
That's right.
All right. Love you, Hortense.
Okay.
All right, take care, my love. Okay, bye-bye. All right, that's Hortense for you. So, the comment... I'm sorry for that kind of laughter, Lady D. Come on now. Anyway, Pat says, having unprotected sex will result in unwanted pregnancy or child or children without fathers. So many men end up with jacket or waistcoat. Then now she says, when she heard Eddie talking about the Chinese brush, she says it's outdated, men use Viagra. And so Jackie went on to say, laugh out loud, who are talk about Chinese brush. Oh, help me, Lord. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, as it turns out, and I did mention it, that the gentleman who she had, sex with the first time, he ended up accepting the child and all of that. He didn't even bother. Can I tell you? He didn't even bother with no DNA. He just said fine. And he has fathered him, and, the rest is history. So it's another challenge in life that someone has to go through, but they go through it anyway. So welcome to you. Just a little moments of laughter to wrap up the show. Okay, stay with me.
I have my pride, Look,
alrighty, so you know where we're heading with that.
It's hot. Not for long.
It's hot now.
It's going to be freezing soon.
In Trinidad? You sound like a weatherman.
You sound like a Trinidadian.
My name is Trini.
I see. I am Oliver.
It's my first time, you know.
How could I tell?
I'm kind of nervous.
Keep that to yourself.
You see the plane?
You stupid or what? Hi is a traveler.
Something is wrong with the plane.
What?
It's my first time, you know.
You said that already. Now what is wrong with the plane?
The brakes, it's not working.
Yeah, idiot. Huh? How you know the brakes not working?
Look, this is my first time. So when I come, I look at the plane carefully, and they have some huge blocks under the wheel. Now, I is a man. I have a car. My car, the brakes are working. Every time I stop, I have to put a big stop under the wheel to prevent it from moving. And they're doing the same thing to the plane. Now, Oliver, think about this thing. You and me, in the plane, in the air, pilot mash the brakes, and nothing happened.
Hi. Don't sound stupider than you already look, you hear me? Not a thing is wrong with the brakes. Look, you see where the plane is?
Yes.
Where they call there, sir?
The tarmac.
Right. You know why they call it that? Because it make out a tar. Now, way over there, so where that plane is.
That
where
one?
Yes, where they call that?
That is called the runway.
Exactly. All plane need a runway. So them put a block under the wheel so that the plane don't run away.
Boy, thanks, man. I was really stupid.
If you listen, you'd have learned some sense. All you Trinidadians could learn a lot from we Jamaicans, you know.
Sure. Tell me something. Where are you traveling to?
Foreign.
Excuse me?
What you do this time?
What you mean?
Why should I excuse you?
Oh, not me. It's you. I mean, where you say you're going again?
I said foreign.
Foreign. Well, I think we're going the same place. I go in Toronto.
That's exactly where me going.
But you just tell me you going foreign.
You stupid or what? Eh? Is Toronto local?
No.
Is Toronto international?
Yes.
Is it overseas?
Yes.
Is it foreign?
Yes!
Exactly. Now tell me something. You have your oxygen mask?
What?
These first-time travelers. These first-time travelers, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. You know, your government, your Trinidadian government should be paying me money for educating you, you know. No, you listen to me. When you fly, the ear get thin.
Right.
The higher you fly, the thinner the ear. Degree drop.
Right.
It get cool. Condensation take place. Relief rain come down. And then there is no oxygen to breathe in the aircraft. So what you do?
I don't know.
You draw for your oxygen mask and then you exhale.
Well, them planes not safe then, man.
Well, most planes have them on oxygen mask, you know. But you wouldn't want to put your face into their one, eh? You know where there's coming from, sir? Huh? You know where there's coming from. Next thing you go pick up germs. A deadly virus attack your sinus traction. And bam! Before you know it, before you could have taken off the mask, I dead, you dead.
You're right, boy. I mean, supposing you put on a mask and some Ebola virus hit you, or the AIDS virus, or worse than that, what happened if the Harris virus hit you? If that get in your mouth, is dead, you dead?
Especially that Harris virus, master. I hear say it's sweeping right through Canada and I kill off people, you know. You wouldn't want that to catch you.
No.
Oh.
You have an extra mask?
At a fee.
What happened? Like you catch the Clinton virus or what?
A free trade. NAFTA. $10 US.
I'll go take it. Boy, you gonna be saving me from the Harris virus.
We hope. We can only pray to them find an antibiotic for that thing soon. The whole of them in Ontario going fenny.
Fenny?
So tell me something now. Why you going to Toronto?
Oh, I'm going to find some culture.
Excuse me?
What do you do now? I mean, I'm going to see if they have any culture outside the islands.
All right, stick with me. But if you want the real culture, you should be heading to Jamaica. But that's how you Trinidadians stay, you know. Always have your hype and foreign. Great, looking for expectation greater than beyond your horizons. Anyway.
Hey, you hear that? They're announcing the flight. Boy, they're going to leave me. They're going to leave me. Let me go, man.
Trini, what? I tell you, see, these first timers, you know, man. They can't leave us. That was just the first announcement, man.
I didn't know that.
You look here. You know what happened?
What?
We better try go up on the plane now. You understand?
Yes, man.
Okay.
I'm right behind you.
Go on in front. Just go on in front.
Hey, I have the window seat.
You just fasten your seatbelt, you hear me? And listen now, I only hope you're not one of those persons who love to go to the toilet, you know.
You mean they have toilets on board? I didn't know that. The only thing is, I always wonder, when they flush it, boy, which part it does go? But I could hold my liquids like a man.
Locks, the engine start. Have his mercy.
Why you say that? Huh? You traveled before, man. Why you say that?
Most accidents always happen on takeoff and landing. Whoa. I have mercy. Wait. Hold on. Why? Let me go. I said let me go. Lord, why you say this string on this plane? It is like a Jonah. Let me go. I said let me go. I said let me go. Why?
Don't let me get swallowed by nowhere.
Don't let me die from Trinidad land. Don't let me die from Trinidad land. Lord, take me back to Jamaica. I said let me go.
Lord, I know it's a Trinidadian, but take me to Jamaica too, please.
I wish I could continue with you. The conversation we had earlier in Mail Zone, you know, we got all caught up. So hence I wasn't able to feature some more of Oliver and Trini. However, it has been a good evening. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I'm looking forward to being back with you on November 8th to do it all over again with the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Please behave yourselves until I return. Chris will be covering for me on Monday, and Patrick Tyson will be covering for me. Good evening. I gotta go. How are you?
Yes, I realize that. Thank you so much, Miss B, for sharing that. I just love all of her.
Yes, indeed. You're welcome.
It was a great laugh. Thank you for sharing it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye-bye. All righty. So, gotta go. So, behave yourselves until I return. And God willing, we'll do it all over again. So, please be nice, okay? And just love each other. As always, thanks to Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue, for sponsoring the show. And thank you, my audience of Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7 FM, for, always being here with us on this station. We appreciate you. And to our listeners on CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, SignRadio.net, and Touch FM Radio 90.1, thank you for supporting always. Well, as I mentioned, when I was a child, I would walk about a lot. Walk all over the place, looking for friends, hanging out, being children. But by nightfall, if I wasn't home in time, they would have to come and look for us. And when they found us, they would say, "Denise, dark yourself up." And that means find yourself for your yard. So, may I dark myself home. That's Ryan's favorite part. And so I am darking myself home now, and I hope that you will pray that I get home safely. A lot of love and blessings to everyone. As always, love yourselves, love your children, and remember, in everything you do, it is the will of God concerning your life. A lot of love and blessings to you, everybody. Blessings, 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 blessings. How much more can I tell you? How much blessings can I give you? I'm out of here.
This evening, or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow, and I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music. For your listening pleasure.
There are radio stations within the air, but to this, none can compare. Trying to figure what to think, because now with us, you're fully linked. Stay linked to Linkage Radio, your home for entertainment.
This station rules the nation.